All property owners within the City of Wilmington are responsible for keeping their property in compliance with the city's housing, building, commercial, and zoning codes. The Department of Licenses and Inspections is responsible for enforcing all related codes. Hello, I'm Sheila Friedman and welcome to City Services. This program gives you a thorough look at the city departments that work directly with the community. The Department of Licenses and Inspections is located on the third floor in the City County building. Owners or operators of rental properties must come here to register their properties for a pre-rental inspection conducted by L&I. Tenants should know that all rental properties are inspected before they move in. If a landlord fails to correct code violations in a rental property, despite notices from the department directing that the violations be corrected, then L&I has the ability to proceed with the violations in court. And for more serious violations, the city can have the property put into its rent withholding program. This will require the tenant to pay their rent to the city until the violation has been corrected. For more information about rental properties for landlords and tenants, you can obtain that from the Office of L&I. Licenses and Inspections keeps a watchful eye over the neighborhoods. Jeff Starkey, Commissioner of L&I, talks about the protection that L&I provides for the city's residents and describes in detail the various divisions within the department. L&I is broken down into functional divisions, right? It's like housing, building, zoning, and permits. Now, I've already touched on the pre-rental inspection, but I'd like for you to provide the full responsibility of the housing division.
The housing division is probably the most visible division that most people see. Their responsibilities include sanitation issues, and that can include high grass and weeds, trash and debris on sidewalks, trash cans left outside overnight, pre-rental inspection that you mentioned earlier, tenant complaints where a tenant in a particular property is complaining of a particular issue in a unit. They handle that as well. And various other housing issues, sanitation issues, as I mentioned earlier, throughout the city of Wilmington. Is
there a need for owner-occupied inspection?
Typically, we don't go out and do owner-occupies just aggressively unless we get a complaint on it. If we get a complaint on it, we'll go out and do a assessment of the property, determine whether it's valid or not, and then we'll base the violation based on that information. Occasionally, we'll go out and do neighborhood housing tours where we go out and look at a particular block. We look at the entire blocks and we look for exterior violations, and that could range from painting, exterior grasses, things of that nature. Vacant registration program that we just implemented a couple years ago, that's been very successful to date. We've always had one in place. We just increased the registration fees for that program. We've seen a major reduction in vacant properties, as well as an increase in construction of those properties. Building division is responsible for all permits that come in. We generally range between 300 to 400 permits a month, and that can range from anything from a sidewalk to a total renovation project. And their responsibility include going through and make sure the permits are in compliance with the plans that were submitted. And that can be from a new addition to a total renovation of a particular house. It is absolutely critical that for a constituent who obtains a building permit to post it in the window. That basically allows our inspectors or even your neighbors to make sure to notify them that you have a permit. And it's required that you post that in the front window of your property or on the porch or wherever the structure is that's being renovated or modified. The city is broken down into various different zoning districts, and that can range from industrial all the way to residential. Take, for example, an R3 zoning district requires the units in that particular area to be single-family row homes. And the zoning code makes sure that those businesses or anything in that zoning district complies with that specific zoning district. A single-family row home is an R3 zoning district, so that's set up for only single families. There are non-conforming uses that are permitted as a result of a zoning board of adjustment variance, but one would have to get a variance in order to set up a business in an R3 zoning district.
When a constituent calls with a complaint, they're assigned a tracking number. That number is what they refer to when they want the status of the complaint that they've logged. To file a complaint or obtain other information, you can call L&I at 576-3030. For information about the Vacant Property Registration Fee Program, you can go to the city's website at www.ci.wilmington.de.us. For the Wilmington Information Television Network and City Services, I'm Sheila Friedman. Thanks for watching.